everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into Linux, cloud computing, Kubernetes, and all things DevOps automation, you're in the right place. Every week, I dive deep into topics like Terraform, HashiCorp, Vault, Argo CD, Ansible, GitHub Actions, and more, to help you streamline your workflows and master your craft. If you find this content valuable, do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest videos. And if you know someone who could benefit from these tutorials, please consider sharing this video with them. Your support helps me create more great content for this community. Thanks for watching.
Hello there, and I have two distributions that newly came. We have Ubuntu 25.04, and on the other side we have not sure why this thing is taking this long to come. And here we have Rocky Linux 10.0, and I was shocked when I saw this. I wanted to install Brave on both of them and start experiencing it, but on the Ubuntu side I'm able to retrieve it, but here on the Rocky Linux side, no way. So if you go here to the App Center, you click there and you click here, you always see that it proposes you Brave, and you can click here and install it. And if you want, you can put your password and go ahead and install it. That's all. So while it is installing, we are going to check it and see the end result. You're gonna see the end result after that. Actually, it's not there, but once it's gonna finish the installation, we're gonna have it available. Now, if you go to the Rocky Linux side while that one is installing, you go to their software center. Instead of App Center, they call that software center here, and you click here. Okay, you just search for software center at the bottom right here. You click there, and then you look for it. No way, it's not there. But don't panic. I know you're like, how to resolve that, and this is the purpose of this video. So to resolve this issue, you have to install a repository. You're like, a repository. Okay, so on the Ubuntu side, we have it because we have something called Snap. Okay, so if I come here, it's already there, and if I search for it, Brave, you can see that it's already there. It's installed now. So if I come to this thing and I type Snap, okay, and then help, dash all, and you are going to see that we have some comments here. Okay, and this Snap tool is the one that manages the installation of packages that you see, and also it enables you to do that through the command line. It is distributed by Canonical, which is the company behind the scene that distribute Ubuntu, and Canonical is pre-installed with every Linux distribution, Ubuntu distribution that are shared with you, and that's why you can easily retrieve packages. And it has that concept of store, okay, where it goes online and brings all the content that you see. On our side, we don't have it on the Rocky Linux side because it is not having Snap at all. For sure you can install Snap, but you might have some kind of experience that will not be good. Yeah. Instead, I will recommend you to go with Flatpak. And why Flatpak? I'm going to show you that right now. So if you come here, okay, you ask what is Flatpak, they are going to say Flatpak is a system for building, distributing, and running sandbox desktop environment, desktop application on Linux. It's essentially a way to package application with all their dependencies, ensuring they work consistently across different Linux distributions. Flatpaks are sandbox. It means that they run in isolated environment and cannot have access to your file system and other stuff for security reason. Okay, unless they are also explicitly allowed. And this is also something that is similar with Snap. Okay, I know you will say we already have a package manager on both operating system, but this concept of isolation is really good. The sandbox concept is really good because you don't want to give an application the whole permission on your whole system. So that's why you can use something like that. And it's mainly distributed, okay, by GNOME, okay, by Fedora, and is also supported by other GNOME desktop environment like Ubuntu. So it means that they are cross-functional, Snap and Flatpak. Now, there is still a way you can install it without adding the repository. You can come to flathub.org. Flatpak is a client for Flathub. Okay, so flathub.org, you can come to it and then you search for Brave. You have it. You can install, and then here you can also, if you are a CLI kind of person like me, you use this. But to make your experience very simple, you are going to see how to not come to the browser all the time and then have the repository and just go to our store to get it. So if I was to tell you that there are only 2 to 4 commands, okay, because out of the box you have Flatpak that comes pre-installed with all the Linux distribution based on Fedora, or not based, but that are Fedora-like or RHEL-like distribution, Linux distribution like Rocky Linux, for example. So you can install Flatpak and then you enable the repository. So to enable the repository, you type the main command and then the second command and then some options, okay, and then you have the local name. You can name it anyhow you want, but you have the local name, for example, which is Flathub here, because you will go to Flathub to get this repository and then install it on your system. Once you have it installed on your system, you can now get access to other applications that you were not naturally having access to. And then if you don't need it anymore, you can just say, oh, I don't really need Flathub on my system, so let me remove it. So this way you can add multiple repository to have a wide access to different applications. So let's go ahead and try this. So if I come here and copy, and by the way, since this is Rocky Linux, let me just type Brave here just to show that we don't have it installed right here. You can see that we are not seeing it. So nice. So this means that we have to go here and you connect as a root user if you did not do that yet, and then you paste the command. And just like I said, Snap comes pre-installed with Ubuntu, and Flatpak comes also pre-installed with RHEL based or Fedora-like operating system. So this way, it means that we don't need to install it. The only thing that you really need to do is to add this repository. So you just come here and you do this, okay, and then you install the repository. So once you install it, you can now do Flatpak, okay, and then root, for example, to list all the repositories that you have, okay. Or there are also options that you can use. Flatpak --help will show you that if you want to go a little bit forward, you can see them right here, okay. You can see that you can also add or remove permissions and do some other stuff, or run an application, or search, or do pretty much everything that Snap can also do. Or you can install, update, and MonLabo stuff. So this is basically it. And for repository management, these are the operations here, and I just use this one and this one. So once you don't want it anymore, you can just delete it like this. So now let's go ahead and do the and check. So since we added it, okay, it is also recommended to restart your system once you are done. But if you don't want to do that, we see that Brave came immediately. We are still on local Linux here, and we see that Brave came. So as Brave came, now we can click. Okay, we don't need to go to the internet anymore, and then we can just click here and install it. So it's going to prepare it and then put some ingredient on it, and then we will verify. And you can see that the installation is getting ready, and let's give it some time a little bit, and voila, we have the application. So you can uninstall it, or you can open it, or if you want, you can search here and type Brave, and now we have it. So please, if you like what I do here, consider leaving a comment and do the rest.